Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serene Wilkin, and today's workout, we're doing a full body workout on the Allegro 2 from Balanced Body. Now, this is a reformer workout using the long box. That's the only prop that you guys will need, and it is more intermediate level, so get ready for that. For those of you that don't have Balanced Body equipment, I will guide you as we go per exercise, approximately what kind of spring tension to be using if you don't have the same model or same tension. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. So I will walk to the front of my reformer to get started. I have my foot bar completely flat. From this position, I'm going to lift the foot bar one level from here. Standing roughly hip distance apart, maybe about a foot away from the bar itself. I'm going to reach my arms up to the sky as I inhale. As I exhale, I lengthen my spine and dive forward, just placing my hands at the very corners of the box. From that position, we're going to reach our body out. We're going to keep our feet planted. Now, right here, my legs touch the bar, and I'm going to really juicy stretch for the spine. Soften the knees for the hamstrings and just keep your heels planted. Okay, so beginning with this, here we go. On our exhale, draw the abdominals in, round the spine, pull the box inward towards your body. Inhale, extend. Feel the expansion of the rib cage as you do that. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend. Notice that the feet are spreading wide on the floor, staying really grounded through all points. And then you're keeping this beautiful reach through those elbows, lengthening the spine, and rolling your body in. So really beautiful overhead stretch to begin with. Hamstrings and spine flexion and extension. Keep your legs connected to the bar. It's an inhale to reach the body. Extend. Here's our exhale again, drawing in. Go for 3 more. Inhaling. 2, exhale. And inhale. 2, exhale. Give me 1 more. Inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, gently draw back in all the way. Bring the box in with control. Take your legs off the bar. Shift your body weight back to your heels. Remove your arms gently. And then just take a nice big reach up to the sky. Great. And then just releasing the arms back down by your side. Good. So that's a beautiful way just to warm up the spine. Before we get started with our routine, just giving that spine a little flexion extension. It feels so good. So with that one single spring that we already have on, we're going to keep the long box where it is. Go ahead and take a seat at the end of your box facing the tower or the end of your reformer. With your body, what you're going to think about here is just lifting from your sit bones. So before we grab any of the equipment here, I'm thinking of what's connecting with the box. My sit bones are grounded. Now, right here, my lower stomach, I'm going to think about really pulling in, but also lifting up at the same time. So we have more of this hugging sensation going on. I'm going to reach my arms forward to begin here. Now, as I roll backwards into letter C, I will exhale. So roll your spine. Exhale, take an inhale. And then exhale, roll it up. Lifting through the spine. Just like you started. And again, repeat that. So getting familiar with the shape of your body that you're trying to create here. More of that lower C curve for the lumbar spine and shifting the pelvis. From the sit bones, rolling back, holding again, and rolling up. So you can see how we began with that spine flexion extension, mostly for the upper back, and now we are moving on to the lumbar flexion extension. So getting a little bit more of that rooting down from the abdominals and the sit bones. And just keeping the arms active is really important. Try to keep the fingers alive as you reach. And now we're going to pull our body back and up. Great. Okay, so since we have one red spring, one full spring connected, we're going to grab our straps. And with your straps, what I prefer for myself is just holding on above the loops. So my arms are long, I hold the position here. And now with that same kind of intention of really just lifting up from that bottom part of the abs, I'm going to roll with that downward, just to that C curve, keeping the palms facing each other. And now as I exhale, I draw the right leg up. I inhale, replace. I exhale, other side. Inhale, replace. So this is really warming up, connecting before we get started, okay? This is not the intense part just yet, but be patient. This is going to help you build and connect before we get there. Inhale, replace, arms are long. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, keep going, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm just drawing a little bit deeper as you breathe out. Remember, the power really comes from that breathing out. And last two each side. Get a little heat here, I know. And one more each. It's an exhale and an exhale. Very nice. Gently roll your spine back to the top and just pause for a moment. We're going to lengthen our arms in front. You can take the same grip that you currently have. And what I want you to think about here is rotating one direction. So if I'm just going to rotate towards my right side, I'm actually going to physically have to row with my right arm. My palm stays in. It's going to help rotate our spine. Stay right on top of the sit bones. Lift with the abdominals. Now here's my rotation. I rotate, I twist, but I stay on top of my pelvis without leaning back. And then I inhale forward. Good. Now try to use the obliques when you do that. So think about the obliques helping you rotate around the spine. Twist. Inhale back. Feels a little bit different than just a lat movement. So pulling, twisting, feeling that little squeeze on the sides. And again, here we go. It's an exhale, 2, inhale, and exhale, 2, inhale, and exhale, 2, inhale. Let's do 3 more each side. Just focusing on that rotation, using your oblique muscles, and rotate, and center. Last 2. Just warming up, feeling all those parts of the spine, getting very aware of our position as well. Last one right here, each side. We got this. Rotate, and a rotate. Nice, excellent job. So from where you are, you're going to keep the exact same tension. Now we're going to play around with our positioning. So arms are long, palms face in, back to more of the C curve. Let's begin to roll the spine down just to the point of that sticky part for us. So what point do I feel I can control my core, my center, without this fighting of my hip flexors or even trying to lengthen my spine? So everyone has to feel it for themselves. From there, the arms stay elevated. I'm going to draw the right leg to tabletop. I'm going to match it with my left side. So right here, just squeezing at the knees. All we're going to do is just think about exhale, extend the legs out. Inhale back in. Now you're still in a C curve. It's not quite a teaser. Exhale. Inhale. And just thinking of this line that you're drawing with those legs. And in. And reach, and in. Think of that squeeze starting at your feet, coming all the way down to your center. Nice and controlled, extending out. Inhale in, we got 3 more. Keep your body connected. Remember, this is an intermediate class, part of our warm-up here. And last 2. And our last 1. Beautiful. Gently replace each foot back down and rebuild your spine. Open your chest, look up at the ceiling, roll your shoulders a few times. Take a moment here. Good, let's do one more variation of that. Reaching the arms long, hold for a moment, pay attention to your pelvis, pulling in with the abs, rolling through that sticky spot and finding it for you. So find that support system that you're not fighting, and then draw the right leg up, followed by the left. Okay, so for this position, what I want to think about here, instead of kicking my legs out, is moving my upper body forward. So as I go exhale, try to draw your thighs to your chest. Inhale back down. Exhale. Try to maintain the abdominals really squeezing. And back. And 4. And back. The legs stay stable. I know this is tricky. Stay with me. 5. And down. It's an exhale. 6. And back. Exhale. 7. And down. We got one more together. Lifting and pause. Lower each foot one at a time and then gently roll your body up. Beautiful job. Okay, we're going to move on from here. So gently place your straps down. Let's dismount off the side of the box. We'll be taking the box to a short box position next. And we're going to get our legs a little bit more heat here, okay? So with the bar, I'd like you to bring it up to normal footwork height. Now, I should mention that because the Allegro 2 has this really cool feature of the foot bar having different gears for different leg lengths, make sure that your bar fits your leg length. I'm very petite, so my bar is going to be up a little closer towards me for any of my footwork variations because I need to have some contact and some spring tension, okay? So I've got the one spring on. Let's go ahead and get started. Come on down to your knees. Now with my position of my arms, forearm position here, I'm going to gently push off the platform just a little bit to give myself some of that room. And then here I go with my right heel connected to the bar. From there, I'm going to go ahead and push all the way out, squeeze the glute. Now notice my spine. I'm going to lift my spine up, hold that, draw in with your abdominals, and then gently bend the knee to return back in. Exhale. Squeeze, inhale. So this is a variation, obviously quite a variation of a footwork position, but you're trying to think about that heel is really connected to your glutes behind you. And I'm thinking my leg bone almost lifting up towards the sky. So I feel more of this wrapping sensation around my glute. Now, one red spring might not be enough for you. I, however, feel this quite well. So you just adjust it for yourself. Let's go for 3 more. Lifting up with the abdominals, the other knee's connected on the bed. Your last one. Whew, feeling that in the quad as well. Gently come in. Now the only thing that changes is you place that right knee down. And then just go ahead and switch. So we have the heel of the other leg connected. We press out, we lift the spine, we really talk to the core as well, and then gently bend back in. Exhale. Exhale. So focus on that leg, like your thigh that's connected to the bar, lifting up towards the sky, getting that full leg extension. See what I mean when this really adds up? So it looks pretty easy, but if you're doing the actual squeeze and the push with your arms, you're getting a good amount of effort. We got 4 more. Keeping the alignment. Neutral pelvis. Last 2. Nice and strong. Lift with your abs. One more time. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And then gently come back in. Good job. So let's give our body a little breather here with the arms as well. I'm just bringing it back into the stopper for a moment. Coming to a tall kneeling position. Interlacing my hands, reaching up to the sky. Tucking my pelvis forward and just adding a little extra length and stretch. Beautiful. Okay. Now for the toe position in parallel, we can't see it, we have to feel it. So it's real important that your knees, again, are hip distance. Place your hands back on the box. Gently get your little toes to give you some distance from that platform. And then we go on the right toe box. Now with the heel, what do we do with the heel? Do we go high heel, middle heel? I want you just to feel a little bit more of a higher heel position. So think about pushing away from the bar. Now from here, let's go ahead and push out. Squeeze, inhale back, exhale, squeeze. Feel the difference when you do that through your toe box. Woo, all the way up the chain here. We got it, pushing out, lifting with our abs, strong in our arms, stacking the elbows and the shoulders. We got 5 more, pushing out, direct the knee straight down, not to the side. And in, we got 3 more, pushing out. Woo, 2, squeeze it. Do 1 more. Woo, squeeze the hamstring right there. Awesome, come back in, gently replace the right side, wiggle around, shake out the arms. Okay, we got this, elbows and shoulders. Here we go. I've got my legs hip distance. I'm gonna gently push out, this time off of my left foot. Here I go, high heel, push, 1, and in, and 2, and in, keep going. Exhale, full push right here, lots and lots of leg work. And 4, and 5. Lifting with your abs, don't forget about that part. 6, there is no coasting in this class, okay? 7, exhale, 8, directing the knee down. Last 2, woo. 1 more right here, we got this. Squeeze it, and then gently come in. Beautiful job. Excellent, let's come back to that tall kneeling position. Interlace our hands, reaching up again, up towards the sky, opening up the chest. So a little different way to do some of the footwork. Again, quite a variation, right? It's almost like doing glute work at the same time. But in essence, we're still working the ankle and the foot. All right, you guys, let's go on to the next exercise. Remove your box, gently step off to the side. Now, what I'd like to do is take the box to the side, and from here, we're gonna go ahead and make sure we have all of our spring tension organized. So for the abdominal series next, we'll be on a red button, which again, it's 1 full spring, but the Allegro 2 has a 2nd row of where to put your springs, which means I have a little more tension. So if your reformer has that option, fantastic. Okay, so 1 full spring. Headrest is down unless you want it up. Gently come down to your back, all the way. Get connected here. And then just take a moment, check in with your pelvis. Let's make sure we're at neutral position. A little bit of distance from my shoulder blocks. Here I go with my hands in my small loops. And for this little series, it's really important to connect the breathing to what you're doing with your legs. So let's begin, arms over shoulders. I've got my legs in tabletop, breathing in through my nose. As I exhale, I physically reach my hands to the foot bar as I lift my head and lift my chest. So right here, I'm trying to reach and touch the foot bar. Inhale, start to lift the arms first and then come back down. Exhale, reaching up. And then inhale back. So I like to think of it like my arms are making an arc, like I'm just drawing this little rainbow motion with my fingertips. Lifting. So I'm getting some of this elevation off the mat surface, and then I start to arc my arms as I come down. And again. Good, last 2 here. A little bit deeper in that core today. One more. And just take a second here. Now, if you need to make any adjustments, wiggle down the shoulder blocks or even give your arms a little breather and take a deep breath in, that's fine. Next up, what we're going to do is incorporate the same kind of breathing, right? Inhale, prepare, exhale to lift. This time we're going to go legs out in space, do a quick opening, and then come back in. So similar to a coordination exercise. Let's start together, point the toes, breathing in. I will show you how. Exhale, lift up. Continue exhaling, reach the legs. Inhale, open, close. Exhale, bend in first. Continue coming down as you exhale. Okay, we'll do it again. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift up, head, chest, and legs. Okay, here's your inhale, open, close. And then begin to exhale as you bend. Continue exhaling as your arms rise and you come down. Keep going on your own. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Begin to exhale. Lower back. Keep going. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's go 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And in. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And in. Good job. Let's rest our hands just for a moment here. Take a second. Let the feet come down as well. Just let everything settle in. Take a couple of normal breaths. Good. Now we're going to build on that same type of movement, but we're going to add more of this lift of the legs, okay? So let's go ahead and start again. Arms over shoulders. Lift the legs up. Breathing in. Now on my exhale, I'm going to take the legs back out. Same thing. Now instead of opening and closing, inhale, lower. Tap your bar. Exhale, lift. All the way 90. Inhale, lower. Tap your bar. Exhale, lift to 90. Inhale, lower. Tap your bar. Exhale. Good. Last 3. Inhale. Keep that active reach through your fingertips. Exhale. Last 2. 1 more time. Reach those legs. Lift those legs. Bend those legs. And come back in. That was a little sneaky one. A little bonus. Excellent. Now let's go ahead and place the straps back where they go. We'll set up for the next exercise. All right, let's set up for the next exercise by coming up. And we're going to talk about our foot bar and our spring tension. So with the Allegro 2, you can lock your foot bar from underneath. And that's a great safety feature because it doesn't allow your foot bar to fall on you or when you've got your hands on top doing like a stretch series. Now with the spring tension for this one, I want to do 1.5 springs. So for my body, that's a regular red and a blue. So that's enough tension for this exercise series. Now for some of you that want to, let's say, make it harder, you don't want to add more spring. You're going to actually make it too hard to do the whole routine, okay? So if you want to make it harder on your equipment, you can go lighter. That makes it more of a stability challenge for your shoulders and your core. So that's just something to think about. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Come on up to standing. Elephant stretch, 8 times. I've got my arms on the bar. Fingers can be long or wrapped around, up to you. Push your hips back, anchor your heels. Inhale, pushing out. Exhale, drag your heels under, feel your abdominals. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now notice my toes are kind of elevated right here on purpose. If I can push my heels downward, I get a lot more of that control through the back of my legs. And inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Last 3. Pushing the bar away consistently through the upper body. And 1 more. Amazing. Now we're going to pause. Let's go into the high heel up against the block. I've got the same position here. Legs are long, arms are long. From here, I come into plank. Coming back all the way to that nice high letter V. So you can go inhale forward. Strong plank position. Exhale back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Think of your shoulders and your hips moving together. You're just hinging, but you're pushing actively into the bar. 2 more. You got this. 1 more. Great. Now we're going to pause. We're going to come on back down to flat feet for a moment and do a little bonus. So I'm going to bring my left hand across to my right ankle and give myself a little twist. Hold that. Come back. Bonus, wrap around left side. Nice. Hold that. Awesome. Come back and pause. Excellent. So from this position, what I want to do now is come to a little bit lighter spring. So just remove the blue, which is the half spring. So you have 1 full spring. From that position, I want to bring my body back to standing. However, I'm going to go ahead and bring 1 foot towards the end, the top end, okay? And the other foot is going to be just about the middle of the reformer. So I want to start my body here in towards my bar. My bum is down, okay? Now my back toes of my back foot can be really pushing into the bed, so I'm on 2 high heels. From that position, I'm going to push the bed out. Inhale in. Now notice the difference here. It's not a leg exercise. It's an abdominal exercise. So you're hinging from your hips. You're thinking about inhaling to exhale and inhale to exhale. Get that lower abdominal wall from earlier. Now my arms are stable. My head is stable. The only part that's moving is my lower body. And you're hinging with that spring tension. Last 2. Woo, 1 more time. We got this. And in. Come back to standing. Exchange your legs. Remember, where you place them matters. Toe box, toe box, high heel. Good. Strong in the arms. Pull the belly in. Here we go. It's an inhale out. Exhale, draw under. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and 3. Inhale, keep your arms, your chest steady. Inhale, draw in with your abs. Inhale. Last 2. We got this. 1 more. Woo, and in. Nice job. Excellent. Let's go ahead and step off to the side and then just make sure that you take your locking pin. If you did put that in your bar, go ahead and take your locking pin out. Once the locking pin is out, we're going to go ahead and change our spring tension to a yellow button. Remove the red button. And, for those of you that don't have balanced body equipment, it's basically just a light spring. Let's go ahead and take our bar down. We'll be needing that in just a moment. And what I want to do now is just take my body into a half kneeling position, okay? So with my arms, I've got my hands in the small loops. I've got my right foot forward, tucking my pelvis. With my arm position, I'm going to think about arms up for the first part of my series. So stabilize, tuck the pelvis, and I lift the arms. Palms up, palms up, palms up. Feel the light spring build right to here. Now, open and circle carefully. Down, 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 down. And then back in and forward. So as you build the tension, right about here. Whoo, that's hard to keep the half kneeling. Use your trunk. Gently out to side and then back forward. So you get some shoulders. You get some upper back. Feeling that. 3. And around. Up circles. Here we go. 4. Woo. And around. We got 1 more. It's 5. and back. Beautiful. Now cross your straps. Okay, same position of the legs, holding the small loops. However, we're just gonna think about straight wrists and then pull them apart, squeezing the upper part of that deltoid and back of the deltoid, and then back and forward. So rear shoulder, a little bit of the top shoulder just to hold the position, and then back. Okay, really feel that for yourself. Here's 3, lots of stability going on just to hold that position. 4, and forward. Exhale, 5, and pause. Next up, let's go ahead and switch legs. Okay, come back to the very first exercise. So really thinking about that tuck right here. Palms are up, maintaining your half kneeling. We're gonna lift the arms, lift the arms, lift the arms, and then reaching out to the sides. So just think about the upper back doing a lot of that stability for you. Up and out. And 3. Good, last 2, you got this. Remember, your other leg is helping you stabilize. Last one. And pause. Okay, cross your straps again. Here we go. We got this beautiful rear fly. Let's go. Pushing out, squeeze, hold, feel that, and then back. Exhale. Now, of course, you could do this on a heavier spring, but I like this series on a light spring because you're getting those smaller muscles without kind of grabbing the upper trap area and getting into our neck. So that's why I choose the lighter spring. But again, it's up to you. Last one here. And then returning back. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's go ahead and place our loops back where they go. Excellent. And then let's set up for the next exercise. Go ahead and add 1 red spring. And then with your yellow spring, if it was on a button, bring it down to a regular yellow spring. So 1 full spring, 1/4 spring, okay? 1 red, 1 yellow. We're gonna be facing our tower. Now, I love this series because there is no cheating. It's a great series. We're gonna scooch our bum forward, reverse abdominals. And I wanna find, now for me, I can put my leg through the small loop. For those of you that's too small for your thigh, don't worry about it. Just use the long loop. It's the same thing. So no big deal. I'm just using the small one, but you can use the longer one. Not a biggie. Okay, here we go. We've got our friends on the side. I've got them right over the knees. I'm right by the shoulder blocks. Take my body down. Woo, and here we are. So just place them right at the knees. We're gonna go hands behind the head here and just really feeling a lot of support system already from the straps. So I'm gonna go inhale, forward, legs, exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend the legs, exhale, pull in. Inhale, 3. Feel the lower abs connect to that mat surface. Inhale and 5. Inhale and 6. Inhale and 7. Inhale and 8. Keep going. Inhale and 9. One more. And 10. Hug the knees in. Rest your head if you can. Take a moment. Good. For the next one, it's rotation. So when we rotate, we'll be breathing out. Inhale, center. Breathing out. Okay, hands behind head. Let's go. Right here, we are twisting as the knees are in. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. 2. Inhale, center. 2. Notice your toes. They point towards the top of the tower if you have that attachment. They're going on a straight line. Keep your hips connected to the mat. And pull. And pull. Keep going. And exhale. Exhale, almost there. Twist around, last 2 each. One more each. Come all the way back and take a break. Lower your feet down. Gently roll up to the top here. That was short and sweet and very effective. Love that little bit. All right, you guys, next exercise, let's go ahead and set up. Bring your bar back up, normal height. One red spring, remove the yellow, one full spring. Draw the box back on, long box. And then we're gonna do some prone work facing forward. So this one looks a little bit more like a traditional swan. So your goal really is to keep your pelvis forward, squeeze your glutes, and then arc your body. So you're going into more of a back extension. We'll start with that. Coming down here, we've got our legs on the box, torso. Bra line is off, hands on the corners. Now before I go anywhere, I push my pelvis gently into the box. I lift my thigh bones up towards the sky to engage my glutes. And then I gently push out. I hold the arms and I lengthen as I come up, opening up the trunk, and then gently back down. Rebend. Exhale, press. Inhale up. Exhale down. So just notice, you're not lifting your whole body off the box. You're keeping your pelvis really grounded, but you're elevating through the spine and you're stretching out that sternum. Inhale. Exhale. Lowering back down. Pushing out. Inhale to rise. Lowering back and back in. And just notice here, you've got this pushing down on the bar with the hands as you come up. And then you're really getting this great amount of scapular reach and rotation as you're going through that movement. We got two more. And lower. And your last one. And lower. Beautiful job. We're going to pause here. We're going to dismount to the side. We're going to move the bar down to that first level that we started today's class at. And here we are again. So the exact same position of how we began class. Let's go ahead and end the same way, reaching up, diving down, hands on the box. Extend legs into bar. Reach the arms, reach the body, feel that spine reach, and then rolling into that cat position as we exhale. Inhaling to extend. Exhaling to pull. And 3. And exhale. And really just feeling that gorgeous stretch for the whole body after all of those variations that we did today together. And some classic ones. Did a lot more core stability. Feels so good on that spine after doing all of that stability work that we did. Woo. And gently pull your body back in, shift the weight over the heels, and then roll your body back and up. Thank you guys for going through this workout with me. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit different with our sequencing and just playing with the tension and going for stability and using our breath. All right, you guys, if you have questions or comments about the exercise we did, drop them in the comment box below. And if you're still looking for equipment for your studio or your house, consider Balanced Body. This is a piece I've had since 2013, and I've used it with hundreds of clients. I love the Allegro too. It's my favorite. If you guys want a discount for your equipment through Balanced Body, check out the description below. I have the link for you and the information of how to go about that. If you have any other questions, go ahead and drop them in the box. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.